This weekend was day 3 and 4 of Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, spring 2010. The tents were cram-packed, I mean uncomfortably tight, to see some of the biggest designers that we've had thus far. And of course, Adrian and I were there. I was armed with my ZI-8 to catch all of the fashion in full color. First up was Christian Siriano, where all of the Project Runway alum came out to support their biggest star. His intricate designs have garnered him quite a celeb following, so much so that there are bloggers reporting on the scene, and some there just to watch. We've seen a lot of pleating on the runway, but I can tell you this much, I haven't seen bags or shoes that fierce. And the fact that you can buy them at Payless, they're affordable, now that's a designer I can get on board with. There are several different trends going on in this ensemble, but what stuck out to me was that it was a little bit more rocker than Christian usually shows on the runway. And then on the other side, we had something that was a little bit more mommy, more Ann Taylor. To me, this says Christian, something that's feminine and unique. Then he came out with this bodysuit that made Julia's jaw drop, and pretty much mine. Who's gonna wear that? If I had to wear the pattern, this would be my choice. But you'll see in the finale he was able to make many wearable pieces out of this fabric. Aha, here it is. If this were walking down the street, I would say Christian Siriano. Sophisticated and simple and a classic silhouette. When this silk gown graced the runway, we were all oohing and aahing. Look at the tucking. That must take hours to perfect. Then this gown came out, and we were thinking, holy cow, how long did this take him? Overall, people usually say that Christian defies trend, but I'm here to tell you by looking at this collection, he was spot on. There's pleating, ruffles, neutral tones, everything that says wearable and commercial for the upcoming spring season. There was a significant blue component to this collection, which he also incorporated more trend here as well. There's a lot of geometry, a lot of asymmetry, harder lines. Looking back on last year's collection, I think he set the bar very high for himself, and so when the last 3 gowns came out, we were all wanting more. Okay, so I wasn't wowed by the runway display, but I know that if I saw a woman wearing his pieces out, I would think she was the belle of the ball for sure. Christian, can I get your thoughts? Okay, maybe not. It's truly a circus backstage at the Bryant Park tents. The paparazzi are waiting for celebrities to come out. Those of us who are reporting are shooting segments backstage in front of anything that will stand still, or you could be hanging out at one of the lounges. The W Lounge is kind of like a party inside. You don't really lounge in there, you just walk in and try to act cool, and sip some champagne, maybe eat a pop burger. I don't really know, you're just waiting for the next show. And again, trying to act cool. Unfortunately, the pop burgers go fast. We went backstage at Chado Ralph Rucci to try to find Adrian some food, but it looks like they had been feeding the models. I was more interested in interviewing Tom Pouchot about the dramatic makeup.
So that's why, usually you do faux lashes on the top and you do black on the top, and I decided to just work half of the eyes on the outside corner and to get that fringe of lashes and to do half of the top, half on the bottom. So it kind of created a cat eyes, and what is interesting, it changed slightly the eyes, but when you look at the girl, it changed completely the proportion of the face.
Now, if you're going to be changing the proportion of someone's face, you're going to need a lot of makeup. And here it is, all of it, provided by MAC. Yeah, well, let's go back to the clothes. Chado Ralph Rucci, who's actually just Ralph Rucci, is known for his intricate detail. Now, that's what we're going to see on the runway. What you'll also see is a star-studded, socialite-packed front row, complete with Andre Leon Talley and Martha Stewart. Wait, you want me to sit where? Oh my god, what?
Oh my god, we're sitting next to Martha Stewart right now. It's the worst nerves I've had in my stomach ever with Martha Stewart next to us within, I'd say, 10 inches of your shoulder. I would say that too.
It turns out Martha's actually really sweet, and she was almost giddy to be there. She was taking pictures of the clothes and all the celebs and waving to her friends in the front row. Okay, enough Martha, onto the clothes. Ralph Rucci told me backstage the first 5 looks were the embodiment of what was in his head. Now to me, this does not exemplify his brand at all. It's a simple mohair jacket and a chiffon shirt. What I'm looking for are the details. Aha, here they are, simple silhouettes with the most intricate of details. Rucci's inspiration is his previous season, so basically he goes through an evolution or a reinvention to come up with what his current season is going to be. The same silhouette, just new details. Now this is truly amazing. Even Martha's jaw dropped when this baby passed by. Can you see how tightly the chiffon is pleated, folded, and sewn down? Perfectly, I might add. Stunning. Rucci's known for just putting out whatever he wants, and usually there are always some pieces that kind of make you go, But at the end, he always wows you, and you never doubt why they asked him to be the first American-based designer to show haute couture in Paris. Unfortunately, I ran out of room on my memory card for the finale, but luckily we caught it on live stream. Now, when I was backstage, I asked Ralph Rucci, what is it like to hold the benchmark for detail and couture at the Tents?
I put more pressure on myself than that's conceivable. So it's if I hear that from others, it's far less intense than what I do to myself because I'm never satisfied.
Right. Aren't we all perfectionists at heart?
I don't know if it's perfection, and I've been in therapy for so many years where it's just simple neuroses. So I don't know. I just try to think about ways in which to adapt.
Right.
Maybe I won't. I'm 52 and I haven't adapted yet.
Bryant Park veterans also know that he is usually the finale show of Fashion Week.
I prefer being at the end because it makes my staff a little more relaxed.
Really?
Yeah, we're doing this for the convenience of certain people that arrive in town and then have to leave earlier than when we show on the last day. But no, I prefer showing later.
Whatever the day may be, I am always honored to be in the presence of Ralph Rucci and his beautiful clothes. That's it for day 3 of Fashion Week. Moving on to day 4. Apparently we all got the memo to wear our LBDs to the Tents today. First up on the agenda, Herve Leger. I always know what to expect at an Herve Leger show, but today there was a full skirt and even some denim. No allusion to denim here, actual denim. Take a look at the whole collection. To me, it's still a reinvention of the bandage dress. The writers at Style.com said that they can see the inspiration of sand, desert, water, and sky. Well, okay, that's what the colors of the clothes are. But in terms of creating something new, it still looks the same to me. Kind of like a DVF wrap dress, which is totally fine. The bandage dress will always transcend trend. And just like the style, the price point hasn't changed either. I still can't afford it. Later, Max, we're off to the big tent to see Diane Von Furstenberg and all the stars. But try to get footage of Blake Lively and you might get thrown out without even seeing the clothes. Speaking of which, we're seeing a trend with these rope dresses now. Not to mention blue is becoming one of the most popular colors for spring. All of her accessories were bright, in-your-face bright colors we have not seen on the runway yet. Not to mention I haven't seen a lot of cougars walking around out there, but DVF's collections always tend to be a little bit more tribal, and in this case tribal and 80s. We haven't seen ombre yet either. I'm telling you, the tribal influences are remarkable considering DVF's background. But the bohemian look has become kind of her classic style. She's left behind this wrap dress actually, and moved on to more flowing fabrics and loose silhouettes. The lighting wasn't ideal for my front row seat, but I'm showing you this look because it was one of my favorites. Now take a look at the rest of the collection. Do you see many of the trends? What I found to be true with DVF is that when you see the collection on the runway, it seems to be unique, bohemian, something that other people aren't showing. But the buyers buy the pieces that they know maintain trend. And when worn in separates, it actually adheres perfectly to what we're gonna see for spring. So right now you're kind of thinking, I don't know, this isn't what I've seen. Do I really want to go back to that bohemian look? Well, whether you like it or not, you're going to see something different on the rack. It's funny, this collection really does embody fashion in full color. As I follow the girls around the runway, you get a chance to see Blake Lively. Get ready, she's right there. Oh, did you see it? Oh well. Here's Diane Von Furstenberg looking beautiful. kissing her lovely husband, Barry Diller. And then her son Alex is on the other side. Well done, Diane. Can't wait to see it on the racks. No, we don't have time to stop for a latte. We're running backstage to Rebecca Taylor to see my sister Levin, Tiffany Amber Thiessen, and all of the models getting ready to go. Quick, quick, quick. Wouldn't you like that kind of service? Somebody's putting on their shoes, rubbing down their legs, picking out their clothes. I mean, all they have to do is just stand there and look pretty. Life is hard, ain't it? Maybe it's because Rebecca's so nice, but all the celebs were out today in the front row to support her Spring 2010 collection. Say hi, girls. Can you pick everybody out? There's Mina Suvari and Tiffany Amber Thiessen and my sister next to Gabrielle Union. Okay, we're not here for celebs, we're here for clothes. But unfortunately, because all the celebs were here, I didn't get my front row seat. Not to worry, my Kodak ZI-8 pocket video camcorder has a great zoom so I can show you all the fashion in full color. Now, as you've seen, and as you would expect, it's an ultra femme collection, showing a lot of ruffles and maintaining trend with the asymmetry. Let's hear Rebecca talk about her collection.
Been shopping and the floors are covered in black.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh, for crying out loud, you know, but women want to wear colour and they want to wear it in a very cool, very urban way.
Besides Diane, she's probably the only designer I've seen thus far to show bright colors.
Bright colours. I'm loving like, you know, like clear, like sort of like clear red, orange, purple, charcoal underneath, you know, so it sort of has a very urban tone to it.
By far one of the most wearable collections you'll see on the runway. There's obviously not a doubt that you could go backstage and pull anything off the rack and wear it right out on the street. When the last model rounds the corner, there is no after parties for me. I'm home to come edit all of this footage for you to see fashion in full color. See you tomorrow at the tents.
Ultra Kawaii shows off the internet's cutest pet videos. I mean, just look at this. New adorable episodes every Tuesday at ultrakawaii.com.